Student writing can often contain something called a misplaced modifier or a dangling modifier, which is a mistake that even the strongest writer can make occasionally. So let's talk about what they are and how we can avoid making the mistake. So a modifier, simply put, is any word or group of words that we use to describe another part of a sentence. So adjectives and adverbs are modifiers. Similarly, any phrase or clause that we use like an adjective or an adverb is also considered a modifier. So if you look at the beautiful old house, beautiful and old are adjectives, and they are modifying the word house. Similarly, the house across the street is a prepositional phrase that is modifying the noun house. And the house that they bought last year, is a relative clause, also functioning as an adjective here and is therefore considered a modifier. So as you may have noticed, certain modifiers like phrases and adverbs can sometimes move around in a sentence without changing the meaning. Look at these two sentences. The doctor thoroughly examined the patient, and the doctor examined the patient thoroughly. Now, although the adverb thoroughly, which is a modifier, is in two different places, the meaning of the sentence stays the same. There's no problem here. Now, the problem occurs when you put an adjective or a phrase or clause in the wrong part of a sentence, and it can confuse the reader, and sometimes it can actually accidentally change the meaning of the sentence. Okay, so that is what we call a misplaced modifier. Let me show you some examples. We almost ate all of the sandwiches. Chasing a squirrel up a tree, my grandmother saw her cat Fluffy. And she wore a pink summer hat on her head, which was much too big. Now, each one of these sentences contains a mistake in modifiers. The first one is a mistake with the word almost. It's very common for students to make mistakes with what we call limiting adverbs, words like almost, only, barely, hardly, nearly. Now in this sentence, I don't mean that we almost ate all the sandwiches. Actually, what I should be saying is that we ate almost all of the sandwiches. All right, you want the word almost to be as close to all as possible. Okay, in the second sentence, you have to change the order around because according to this sentence, my grandmother is chasing a squirrel up a tree, and that's probably not what I mean. So if you flip it around and say, my grandmother saw her cat Fluffy chasing a squirrel up a tree, now the modifying phrase, chasing a squirrel up a tree, is as close to the noun cat as possible. And number three, she wore a pink summer hat on her head, which was much too big. In this case, I'm suggesting that her head is too big and not the hat. So you have to fix that. Instead, you would say, she wore a pink summer hat, which was much too big. I removed the phrase on her head because where else do you wear a hat? So really, when it comes to avoiding making the mistake with misplaced modifiers, you want to make sure that your modifier is as close to the word it is modifying as possible. Okay? For part 2 of this video, and for some practice exercises, follow the link at the end of this video.